The opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity. Those words were written many years ago by Rollo May in his book, The Courage to Create. This is Tim Eade here with Faith Factor TV with another message from the heart, and as always, living on the edge, because if I'm not living on the edge, I'm taking up way too much space. When I say that courage is not cowardice, it is conformity, I don't know when it became acceptable to try to look like everyone else. Because I remember when we were in school, all the other boys and all the other girls would look at one another and just go, well, what are you doing? I don't know, what are you doing? And just didn't want to look stupid. Didn't want to break the rules of the teacher in the school and society and conformification. I just made that one up. Now comes a time to flip the switch, to flip the script and do the exact opposite. Let me share what I mean by that. You have as much chance of being like everybody else as two snowflakes have as being just like one another. Your DNA by itself makes you the most individual creature on this planet. Embrace that and use something that animals don't have, which is freedom of choice. And use your willpower. I've often said, this is even way before I've been communicating with you here on camera and videos, I felt like one of what I call the great equalizer is our willpower, our will to do something. A lot of people are so weak in today's society that somebody gives them a scorning word or two and they just quit. How dare they tell me? I do the opposite. Somebody tells me I can't do something, I'm going to make it all the more reason why I can do it. I'm going to put that into my willpower and I'm going to use it for fuel. Use your willpower. That is your great equalizer. They asked President John F. Kennedy, at the beginning of the decade, the 1960s, when he said, that we're going to go to the moon in the next decade. And they said, well, President Kennedy, how's this going to happen? What is it that we're going to need to do it? He said 5 words: the will to do it. The will to do it. He didn't even know how it's going to happen, and it happened after he passed away. It happened in 1969. We got to the moon. His will, his vision came to be just by being that strong. Don't dumb yourself down by taking your willpower and taking somebody else's opinion of you and make that you. Look yourself in the eye, in the mirror. Look me in the eye right here, because I will tell you this much. When you set your mind to something, there is only one person in the world that can fail, and that's you. And the only way that you can fail isn't by having a failure, it's by quitting. It's by quitting. So let's adapt persistence into what we're doing. What I'm doing is for a reason. It's intentional. It is part of my purpose to help as many people as possible to see what's already inside of you. It's already inside of every one of us. But to not use it is to have the greatest gifts and to not use them. And here we are looking in our acres of diamonds, looking outside of our own space in our own mind and our own body for something somewhere. We're looking. You too said, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Maybe you're looking in the wrong place. Maybe I have been looking in the wrong place at other times. And it's only when I look that all of a sudden everything starts to click. Don't stop. Don't quit. That is my message. Reach inside of yourself, and whatever somebody's told you you can't do, flip it around to its polar opposite and say, how dare they tell me I can't do it? I will prove them wrong, and I will prove myself right to myself, because I've known all along, since I was a child, that there was only 2 types of fear that I was born with. The fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. Every other fear has been learned. It's time to ditch them today and believe in yourself and go back to that time when you were a child and you were fearless, because you are still a child. We are all children right now. Be fearless. Be prodigious in what you do. Reach down inside of yourself, because today is a day like any other. It will never be repeated, I promise you. And you think you got time? We don't. You don't know how much. It's an illusion. Let's go. Snap out of it. I am. I got things to do. Tim Ead here, Faith Factor TV, getting ready to probably go over the edge right now. You guys have an awesome day. Thank you.